Hey y'all, it's your girl Ry
and your girl Mel, and welcome to the
Wildly Untamed Podcast. We are back. What
back.
It do? What it do, baby?
The girl with the shades.
You got your glasses on. That's what I'm about to say. It's some glasses.
The shades.
Okay, period.
I'm trying to have y'all see my eyes.
She's throwing shade today. That's why she got shades on. But it's been, a little minute, but we are back in action.
Correct.
Are you ready for today?
Yes.
Is it my turn to ask the wild card question?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask it because I want you to have the answer first.
Okay.
Period. So the question is, would you press the button to receive $1 million if a random stranger were to die? So if you have to, when you press the button, a person has to die if you receive this money. Are you willing to press the button?
No.
Okay, tell me your reasoning.
Okay, as much as I would love to, because, it will pay off many things.
It'll pay everything off.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah, but I feel like my soul wouldn't rest in peace. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I feel like it would eat me alive every day that I know somebody out there died.
Right.
And we don't know who it could have been.
Yeah. What if you knew who it could be? What if it was a person that...
But that's not what the question is.
Hey, I'm asking to mix it up.
Okay.
If you knew it was a bad person that died.
Still, I shouldn't have to decide their fate.
Okay.
I feel like the law should.
Okay. I would say no as well for the very same similar reasons. I was just trying to be a devil's advocate. Okay. But I would not take the money to kill somebody unless it was somebody that maybe... But I ain't God, though. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. You can't play God.
If it was like a serial killer who was already killing multiple people and already on death row, he just got killed a little earlier, maybe I could do that.
See, now she's trying to do all kinds of rules.
But that's about it for me. Okay. That's it.
That's all you got for me today.
So today we are talking about, an interesting topic, okay? Would you like to describe what the topic is going to be today?
Die. No, I'm just kidding. We're talking about true crime obsession.
Why did you want to talk about this topic, girl?
Because I love true crime.
This girl is a fan of true crime. I used to watch true crime growing up, but not as much. But I can understand the obsession with it.
Okay.
Yeah. True crime obsessions. So let's start with the first question. I guess you can go ahead and ask.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your favorite true crime show? Okay.
So I don't know if it was necessarily true crime. But you'll tell me since you're the true crime fanatic over here. Okay. So I used to love me some Law and Order.
That's not true crime.
Special Victims Unit. It's not?
It's not.
But it's talking about the crime that was true.
But that's kind of like Criminal Minds or something.
So Criminal Minds ain't true crime either?
It's based on like fiction.
No, but some of the stuff of it, some other stories in SUV or SVU, whatever, was based on true stuff. Like they had one like about Michael J. Like
Okay.
About different stuff.
Okay, it's a little debatable.
So no,
I guess.
What's another one? I know one that used to come on that I would occasionally watch, but not sit through the whole thing because I was somebody who not like scary movies. I didn't like none of that stuff. I would probably say Snapped on Oxygen. About why the wives or girlfriends turn on their man.
Oh, I
you never heard of that?
No.
And it was a documentary about the different stories of like love. Yeah, like either the husband was abusive or something happened and they killed their man. They snapped. They got to their last thing. That's why it was called that. So that would be the one that I watched, but I thought Law and Order was true crime. So I think you need to describe true crime for people listening or watching.
Like 48 hours.
Okay, and what's that?
Like you have 48 hours to solve a crime. Or like Dateline,
Okay.
Like Dateline was
some more like documentaries.
Yeah, like
Okay. So what about you then? Since you're an actual fan, what is your favorite show?
I like Dateline or like Fatal Attraction.
Okay.
So it was like based on like women or whoever, right? Like they turned on the person and got crazy because they were obsessed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Or like, I think it's like Wives Kill or something like that.
Oh God. So why, because this is not on here, but I want to ask you, why do you feel like you're obsessed with true crime?
I don't know. I think it's just the fact that like people think they can get away with it. And then it's like, don't you think like, have like a part of you ever thought about like, what if I were to do this? Could I? Like, how many ways could I do this? Or
not you doing research?
No, but I'm just saying, like.
Okay. So like, it intrigues you on how they did it and how they thought they would get away with it. Yes. And how stupid it is, low key. But some people do get away with it though.
No, it's like the one that I almost got away with it. Have you watched that show?
No. I ain't watched scary shows, girl.
You need to watch that show. People think like some of them almost get away with it, but they always get caught.
Dang.
And I was just like,
do you feel like there are a lot of people that haven't gotten caught that still exist?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
You know, there's still like a lot of crimes that people don't know how it happened or why it happened.
Yeah. So, but I guess the people with the documentaries obviously got caught. That's why we make a documentary about it. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. I do kind of like the ones that's horrible to like this stuff because people are dead. But when people go missing and they find them and how they're able to trace the tracks, that kind of stuff is intriguing.
Yeah, that's
like Netflix has like those type of shows.
Yeah, it has those type of shows. Yeah.
Okay. So next question. Do you think the crime TV shows make people insensitive to true crime?
Yes.
Okay, tell me why.
Because I feel like they watch it all the time and I don't think they feel bad for the person that does it, or they be like, oh, she deserved it, or they deserved it, like why they got killed, or you know. So
Dang.
So I feel like a lot of people like become numb to it.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, whatever. You know, like how people also get kidnapped. And
all the time.
All the time we get alerts like.
We be looking at the Amber Alert girl like, girl, get out the way. I'm trying to watch my YouTube. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Do you see? Like, people just don't.
Or why are you waking me up in the middle of the night? Like, you be mad when you see the Amber Alert. You do not be concerned at all. It's really kind of bad.
Yeah, it is. When you think about it, it's like, man, just another Amber Alert swipe.
Right.
It's so messed up if you actually think about it. Yeah. Like.
Dang, we messed up, y'all.
Okay, what do you think?
I agree with you to a certain extent. I feel it makes people who are obsessive about. Okay, I feel like there can be two different types of responses to true crime shows, documentaries, and all that. I think it's pronounced documentaries, but we're just gonna go with it, or documentaries. Oh God. Okay, whatever. Okay. So the two different responses, I believe that first, the response could be like numbing to it or just like used to it. Mm-hmm. And I think for some people it can make them anxious towards it. I mean, like thinking people are always out there to get them, thinking that people are just bad in general. I think it can create that for somebody who either has anxiety or just a lot of fear just naturally. I think it could do that. Just like with all these things with the airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are like, it's whatever. Some people are like, I ain't never going on no plane no more. Like, I feel like there can be two different responses for someone who looks at true crime.
Yeah, I mean, true.
Yeah, like, I feel like there's a lot of numb people because it is on every channel that you see.
Yeah.
But I think people either choose to avoid it. So the people who don't like it, like me, I don't want to watch that. Because now I'm freaking out that my next door neighbor can want to murder my ass. You see what I'm saying? But you're like, oh, this is intriguing.
It is.
It doesn't cause the anxiety for you.
No, I think for me, it just like, it keeps me more on my toes. Like, if I were to see the signs.
Yeah, like, I feel like some of the signs should be common sense.
It should be, but you never know. Like, there was like an episode that I watched where one of them, she was a nurse. Uh-huh. And she lived with her roommate. Ooh. So they have been best friends for like 20 years. Wow. Right? But the roommate was like, her best friend was low key like jealous and overprotective.
So she didn't see the signs of that?
No. So she thought that she was just like
a regular best friend.
Yeah, like a regular best friend. Like, oh, you know, she just cares for me. Like, we've been best friends for 20 years. Like, she would never do anything to me. Well, they used to watch true crime together. Right? Mm-mm. So the best friend used to pick at the nurse's, like the girl's brain, and she used to be like, hey, like if I wanted to kill somebody, or like if they wanted to kill somebody, right? How would you think that you would do it? Right? Because they used to watch true crime. So obviously she's like not thinking nothing of it. Yeah. So she would be like, well, me being a nurse, like I would just do insulin. Like I would inject them with insulin, like in the middle of their toes. So
now she know the body part and everything.
You know? So like she was like, I would do it in between because they wouldn't be able to really check, right? Okay. So the best friend ends up trying to kill her. Because with the same method that she gave her. With the whole insulin thing.
No.
And, okay, first of all, I thought the nurse was a little bit dodo because I was like, first of all, like...
Why you ask me that?
Yeah, like, why you ask me that? 2, if stuff start happening to me, why would I not think...
Oh, there's something going on.
There's something going on.
Or get yourself checked out.
Exactly.
Or go get your blood worked out.
Yeah, like, why is my glucose too low? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then think about that conversation you had. You know?
But it's hard. It's easy to be the person looking into it and being the person experiencing it, right?
I guess, yeah.
Because you living oblivious.
Correct.
But how the girl shooting it up? With what?
So she would, like, in her sleep, like, she would drug her to make sure she don't, like, wake up. And then she would inject her. And then she ended up going to a hospital many times. Mm-hmm. Then the police ended up catching up, right? And then they ended up telling her, like, you could have died like 5 times.
Right. That's wild.
But she lived to live her story, like, to actually tell her story.
Oh, okay, period.
Because it was a documentary.
Okay.
But I was just like, this shit is wild.
I don't even want to watch that now. It does sound intriguing, But
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's good to watch, but it's also like, okay, like,
yeah. I'll just have to pray over this house when I watch it. Because no.
I will hope that doesn't happen. Obviously, knock on wood, right? But like,
girl, ain't no wood right now. I done dropped my wine. I'm sorry, y'all.
But I mean, something so small that you enjoy watching with somebody, turns into like something
towards
else.
You.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, do you think somebody who will watch that would be anxious about having a roommate now? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
See, yeah. So I guess it's in the middle for me, but for you, you said not really. Okay.
Yeah.
Or that it doesn't. You actually say it does though.
Like it does.
Like numb people towards crime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. First of all, I need to see what you're pouring in my drink. Like, what you talking about?
What you mean?
I'm saying, like, like when the girl was trying to like dose her, or she would dose her.
But that's your friend for 20 years.
But it's
you didn't ask. I done made your wine glass. You didn't ask me if I put anything in there.
I know, but I'm watching.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I trust you. I guess. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I made a lot of wine glasses while you sitting in here, and I'm up in that kitchen. You see what I'm saying? See,
ain't true.
So I get it though. Like you being like, why? Like when you're watching it, kind of like when you're watching a movie, a scary movie. You're like, dumbass. Why are you going towards the sound? Leave.
Yeah,
it's the same type of mentality.
Yeah.
Okay. Period.
Okay. Let's see. Do you think that all people who commit murder crimes are sociopaths?
I feel like no, because like the shows that you watch when it comes to like Snaps or like Fatal Attraction is different, but stuff like I don't feel like okay. So yes, I would say serial killers. Yes, serial killers. I would say they are sociopaths, but not everybody that commits murder is a sociopath, because some people do it out of self-defense. Some people do it out of, something going on, like a lot of trauma and stuff like that causes them to either overly protect themselves, kind of like PTSD and stuff like that. I don't think they are sociopaths. I think they have some other stuff going on.
Correct.
If it's not self-defense. But serial killers, a little bit of psychopath or sociopath, yes, that is definitely going on.
I can agree. I don't think that everybody that commits murder is a sociopath. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you enjoy killing, then
if it's for fun.
If it's for fun and a hobby at this point, like the Purge type vibes, then yes. Like, there's a problem there.
Okay. Yeah, because it's a disregard. So, sociopath or antisocial personality disorder is a mental health disorder characterized by the disregard for other people. Yeah, so that's like lack of empathy. You act impulsively. You tend to lie and not care about people's safety. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think sometimes
like it's fun for them. They're not even thinking about, oh, these people have families.
Yeah, and some people that I would say like commit murder, like you said, could be self-defense, or it just depends on the circumstances, right? I think some people like who get raped as well. Sometimes the trauma or something. It just never know.
They treat every guy crazy because
of their trauma.
You gonna get this work. Okay, so do you feel like, so let's go back to the story we was talking about earlier. The lady that killed her friend with the same method, what about her? Because she was controlling and already like that. Do you think that was a sociopath move, or was it What was the point of that? Because she liked her or something?
So she wanted to basically have her
for herself. But the girl
didn't want to share her.
But the girl wasn't for that. Was the girl like dating or somebody?
No. So the other girl, she would go on dates, but the thing is, she was likable. So one was introverted and one was extroverted.
Okay. So she was jealous. So is that a sociopath thing, or does that just due to trauma or jealousy?
I feel like it's due to trauma and jealousy.
Okay.
I feel like she needed to do some healing, like
in the right way.
Like there's a reason why you were having attachment issues.
Yeah, and I wonder why people think killing is the only option.
Correct.
When it comes to those type
like
of
the
things.
thing was like, if I can't have you, then no one else.
But why you gotta kill me though?
Yeah,
can you at least break my leg? Can you send me to the hospital? Can you make me an addict so I can go to the people house?
Yeah.
Don't kill me though.
Yeah. So
dang, give me a chance to fight back, bro. From it.
I was just like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's basically what it was. Like she couldn't stand sharing her.
Wow. That's kind of psycho, just a little bit.
I mean, I would say it's psychotic.
Yeah. You think she was in her right standpoint? Maybe like a manic.
I would say yeah.
Something like that where you're not in your right mind.
Yes.
But not a sociopath.
I don't think
I think sociopaths have, but she had intention though.
She did have intention.
And she planned it.
She did plan it. So that
there's a difference too. When you planning the stuff.
I think
that's more like
sociopath. Yeah.
A little sociopathness.
Yeah. I think like if you can see yourself doing it and you're crossing the line, then yes, I would say that maybe you are a sociopath because you already have thought about it. You know.
Okay, so with an intent,
because I think that's what it is, right? Like I think it's like if it's premeditated, I think you're labeled as a sociopath.
Ag rules and lack of regard for own safety or the safety for others. I don't see. Let me look up psychopath. Let's see if there's a difference between sociopath and psychopath. Yeah,
it could be. It could be that I'm thinking it's a psychopath.
So psychopath versus sociopath. Let's see.
Okay.
So a psychopathic is similar though. It's characterized by a pervasive pattern of antisocial behavior as well, lack of empathy, remorse and guilt, and a grandiose sense of self-worth. So these are the people that have more of a manipulative. So it says they're more charming, manipulative, and calculating. They may engage in risky or criminal behavior without feeling remorse, right? And when it comes for sociopaths, they're more impulsive and prone to outbursts of anger. So this is more like it's happening out of nowhere. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And it says sociopath may have some degree of empathy, but is often shallow and inconsistent. And psychopaths have a profound lack of empathy and remorse, period. Because they think of themselves as so grand, like, oh, yes, I can do things. So I think it's more of a psychopath.
I mean, I think for her, she ended up like being the verge of a psychopath because she had no remorse of her like going to the hospital or like every time she would inject her like
she felt like she deserved her. Like I'm that person that deserves you and nobody else gonna have you.
Exactly. So yeah.
So it'd be more that serial killers are more of a psychopath rather than
which is I don't know, it's kind of crazy because every time you see these crime shows, everybody always labels them as sociopaths. Not really.
But are a lot of those people introverted and don't like people, period?
Well, that's a good question. Like,
and were they manipulative? Because the psychopath says that they were manipulative. Sociopath was more like just an impulsive type of kill.
Okay, well, there's what, the Dahmer situation?
So Dahmer, I would say he's more of a psychopath because he planned, he calculated, he would date the people.
But then you say he didn't have to care, but I think he cared for like
he pretended to care. Or something he had one little boyfriend, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But was he trying to kill that person though, or did he ended up killing him once he found out stuff about him? We gotta look that up.
Well, the thing was, like, I think one like survived, and he ended up telling the story. That's how they ended up catching Dahmer.
Yeah, because he would date them. He was calculated. I don't think he actually still cared for them for real. You date, that's the calculated portion. He was like manipulative, made them feel like he liked them, and would invite them over to kill them. So he pretended to like them, not an actual like.
I mean, yeah.
He didn't form that attachment, obviously.
Well, because I thought he was actually like seeing somebody. There was one that like I can't remember. I think it had to be
because he was trying to get him to come home, right?
No, that wasn't Dahmer. It was Teddy, or is it Ted?
See, it's too many of them.
Was it Ted? Ted Burgundy? Ted
Bundy, boo.
Bundy. Burgundy. Bundy had a whole girlfriend.
Ted Bundy was killing the woman.
Yes, but he had a whole ass girlfriend
that stayed with her.
Exactly. Yeah. And he cared for her.
Yeah.
So he was a sociopath.
But he didn't kill her, though.
No, he didn't kill her. He was a sociopath.
He was a sociopath.
Because he actually cared for somebody.
Okay. I hope you guys understand the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath. Okay, we went into it. So sociopaths, to review, they have a little bit more empathy. Theirs is more of a impulsive and erratic behavior. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't see it coming. They don't even see it coming. They just lash out and act out their anger in the most horrible way possible, which is murder, right? Mm-hmm. When it comes to a psychopath, this is the people that are more persuasive, manipulative. They'll plan it out, have a plan and things like that. So psychopaths are planning. They're using their psyche, their brain, right? Uh-huh. That helps you remember, okay? And then sociopath is more impulsive. I'm angry now. I'm going to do something now.
Yeah.
Okay. See, look at us learning new stuff. Y'all take that home with you. We might have to make that the clip so everybody can know that. Okay. Anywho, the next question is, do you think it is bad to have empathy for people who commit crimes?
No.
Especially murder.
I don't think so. I feel like for me it's more like, well, I have empathy, so why should I not have empathy for someone else, right?
Okay.
They're still human. I feel like, yes, you're crazy, but I feel like there's probably a reason why you're crazy.
Okay.
I don't know. The whole thing of like you being born a psychopath still throws me off to this day.
Now,
because, you know, there's a lot of people that say, well, at 3 years old, he was killing a bunny. And, you know, he was just such an introvert. And he didn't, you know, he was holding a knife. And it's just kind of like...
Well, things that can connect to that. You are affected. A lot of people don't know this, but when you're in the womb, you can go through stuff that makes you have that. Because okay. So let's say your parent was a drug addict. Mm-hmm. Or did a lot of drugs, did a lot of alcohol and stuff like that. That's why all that stuff is very important. Or experience trauma on its own. So let's say you're pregnant, but you have a super abusive husband. Yeah. Or something like that. Yeah. When the body is forming the baby, and I only know this stuff because I went to school for this, y'all. So I kind of know a little something for those who don't know yet. But when you're in the body and they're growing, their nerves are being created. The way their brain is wired, all that stuff, foundational stuff is being created while they're in the womb. So if the parent is experiencing any of that stuff, it is most likely, especially with kids who are born with already addicted. There's babies that are already born addicted to... I've had somebody that I worked with at one of the jobs that I've worked at before who was born with an addiction already and had to be cleansed first before they can even go home into foster care. Had to go through what do you call when they had to go to rehab? When they're diluted, what is it called when they're removing the substance? You know, rehab. They had to go through that process in the hospital, getting weaned off of stuff already. Was addicted to something and had that much in their system. So obviously, if your brain is jacked up as an adult, imagine you as a baby. So there is such thing as people being born like that. With that, that's why it doesn't have to be your story. But once people start seeing the signs, you have to seek help.
Yes.
That don't mean that's their destiny in life. It just mean, hey, they might have issues with handling their anger because their brain doesn't know how to do it naturally. They need to go see somebody and make sure that they know coping skills now, so they're not lashing out if a friend doesn't want to pick them to play on their team. Yeah. And fighting people. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. I think for me it just throws off when like the parents say like, you know,
he was destined for this.
No, but like some people say like we really were good parents and we loved him and everything, but we don't know how he came out like that. You know?
And there's different experiences too that take place.
Yeah.
Whether it's trauma, whether it's a bad history with like a friend, somebody hurt them really, really bad, scarred them really bad. It doesn't necessarily have to be a parent trauma.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, them parents on TV, of course, they're not going to take accountability for it. Would you take accountability for your kid being screwed up on TV?
Yeah.
You would, but a lot of people won't. We don't know what happened. Knowing dang well.
Yeah.
Just like all these little kid shooters, the parents say, I had no idea. A lot of the parents say that kind of stuff, but you have to take some type of responsibility. You need to be knowing what your kid is looking at. Yeah. You need to know who he's talking to online. You have to take some type of responsibility. I'm sorry.
Correct.
You can't just blame me. I'm sorry. There's some stuff going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think people are destined to be serial killers? You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. You know, it's so hard because, like, I don't even know. You know, they say, what? As much as, like, God is also creating here, there's also the devil, right?
Yeah.
And the devil could also have influence.
Take over some people.
Yeah. So, as much as, like, also God tries to fight it, you know, it's just a little bit hard, I guess.
Yeah.
Because what if, like, it just happened that the child is, you know.
They have to seek help. There has to be resources. So I think that's why it's important that we kind of know the definitions of these things too. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that we don't get super numb to criminals and crimes and stuff that, so we can know how to help people who we see need help. The more people that we offer assistance to and resources, I'm sure a lot of people don't want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
They want help for it. They need some type of something going on.
Yeah.
So I think it's just us not outcasting people who have anger issues or are socially awkward. Instead of bullying them and like isolating them even more, we need to care for them more.
Correct.
And show that empathy at the beginning, not after they kill somebody.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I agree with you. I agree that sometimes we do have to offer empathy for people who commit crimes. Serial killers, I feel like that is very hard to have empathy for. But we can, especially if they are trying to seek help for it. Somebody who doesn't give a F, I might not have empathy for you. I might be like, you need to. Now, I do feel like just because I have empathy does not mean I am approving the behavior or feel like they don't need to be punished.
Correct.
They can still take their ass to jail for the rest of their life and stay there. We ain't releasing your ass and parole. You is on punishment forever.
Correct.
Okay? So I can still have empathy for a person by still saying, you know, you deserve that consequence. I'm sorry you had that childhood. But you could have made, should have made a different choice, you know? But I've had to have empathy for people who committed crimes because I used to teach anger management classes, court-mandated anger management classes for people who, for a lot of men, and they were abusers and stuff like that. So I had to have some sense of empathy when they were sharing their stories. Like, I just want to be better. I don't know how to handle my anger. I need to, but they had the willingness and they wanted to be better. Yeah. But people who are like, screw all the people, F people, I probably would not have empathy for them. But people who want to get help and want to change, I'll have empathy.
I mean, it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Dang. Okay, we got deeper into that question. So the empathy question, is it my turn to ask? Or is it your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, no, how do you feel about people's obsessions or crushes for criminals? So someone like yourself who's obsessed with criminal minds, not criminal minds, with crime obsession shows, or people who have crushes on them and stuff like that. How do you feel like that?
I mean, I don't really care as long as you know that there's a line.
Okay.
You can
so what
watch
is a line?
The show, cool. You know, you can be intrigued, but now you're trying to go out there and play it out, you know?
Oh no, that's obsessed for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, I wonder how it feels. Bah, stab somebody. Like,
oh no.
Okay, like. Nah, really.
There are people that like that. They mirror
there are. Yeah, they want.
How do you feel about people who have like super crushes, like those people who think that Dahmer's hot, will comment on their or Manson. Charlie Manson had like a whole cult following. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's psychopath too, like sociopath too?
No, I just think it's like a fetish thing, like kind of like a bad boy type thing, like. Oh, I got a crush on the bad boy.
Bad boy to the point of getting killed. Okay, y'all.
They're the ones they'd be like, oh, yeah, he's hot. But I was like, do you want to be in the same room as him?
Right. What did they say yes to that?
Okay, they say yes. So what? You're going to be like, oh, I'm turned on. Kill me now? Like, yeah. What are the expectations? Like, what do you think is going to happen? Like, what are you going to get out of that?
I guess they don't care, huh?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. If you have
just weird sometimes.
If you have an obsession with them people, just don't be with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't be my friend. I'm sorry, because I don't want you sending Charlie Manson to my place because you have a crush.
Yeah.
I think they look off. I'm sorry. Not for crime shows, but the people who love the serial killers and stuff like that. What do you think about? You know how people be getting their what's it called when you take a jail? This is how you know I don't be doing no crimes, y'all. When you have to go to jail and take that picture. What is that called?
Oh, you're talking about.
See, you don't even know.
Oh my God, what's it called? I know what you're talking about.
The picture that you take when you are getting into jail.
Yeah, like the jail shot or
whatever.
The jail shot? Or whatever it's called. Hold on, let me see. What is it called?
You know we ain't been in jail. We ain't been close. Have you almost been in jail?
Huh?
Have you been arrested?
No.
Okay, me either.
I was lucky, kind of surprised I wasn't. But
you said, you know what? I'm surprised it's not in my history. Me either. Girl, we a suburban kids.
Well, true.
I mean, a lot of suburban kids.
The mugshot. I didn't even search it up, but I just remember now. The mugshot.
How do you feel about people fiending over people's mugshots?
I think that's so dumb. Didn't somebody date someone that went to jail because of their mugshot? Yes. Or somebody got promoted to be a model?
Yes. The dude with the light skin with the green eyes.
Yes, because his mugshot went viral about how fine he was. And I was
God.
Like, bro, that's a mugshot.
Right.
How you gonna hire this man to be a model?
I guess it wasn't his time.
Talking about like he got a great jawline. What?
I guess his time wasn't up. You know what I'm saying?
That is so wild.
I think it's hilarious. What do you think about shows Love After Lockup? I'm going off subject, but what do you think about shows like Love After Lockup, where people be dating people that's in jail and then they get released and they be trying to marry them and stuff?
I mean, I think everybody deserves love.
Okay.
You know?
Would you date somebody in jail?
Absolutely not.
Would you find a picture and be like, ooh, let me be pen pals with them when they marry them?
No. I would never.
Why not?
Facebook Messenger.
Well, if they got money.
I don't care how much money they got. I think I can find me someone that has money that didn't go to jail. You know, like I don't think I had to look.
What about somebody who did a long stint, but now they out and they saved by the Lord and Holy Spirit, but they was in there for about a good 10 years for murder, gang murder.
Gang murder.
She said, "Nah, because y'all gonna be trying to get me." I'm not gonna be associated.
Yeah, that sounds like no. Maybe if they were like, okay, let's say they went to jail, but they weren't really like guilty.
Okay, but
obviously, but it's under like different circumstances.
That's true.
You know, then I'll be like, okay, like maybe, you know. But if you got here, you're talking about like, yeah, I was in the gang and I got all no.
You don't want a tatted neck?
No.
Okay.
No. He might put my name on his forehead next.
Another side question, guys. Would you want somebody to tattoo your name on there?
No.
Would you feel honored?
No, I would not.
Not a jail person, but like a regular dude.
No.
Why?
I'll slap you.
Why?
Because I would not tattoo your name on me.
It don't got nothing to do with you. It's just them making that choice. What if they don't want that in return?
I want that.
But then I love you, girl. Like, I love you. I got your name tatted on my chest.
It's real now.
What you think about that?
No.
What if y'all already married and they did that?
I just feel some type of way about someone tatted people's name on their.
Why?
I don't. Okay, let's say this. Let's say you met somebody and they were previously married.
Correct.
And let's say you didn't find out till later on, right? And they tell you, look, I'm going to tell you something real quick.
Girl, you going to see that if you doing something with them. I'm going to see that tattoo on the first night. I'm just kidding.
Not the first night.
I'm just kidding, girl.
But let's say they were like, all right, I used to be married, blah, blah, blah. I got my first wife's name on me. Boy.
So you going to be mad?
It's just going to turn me off.
Yeah. Every time you look at it, you're like,
Yeah.
You and that bitch Sarah.
Yeah. Why did they gotta be Sarah?
I don't know. I just guessed the name. I'm sorry, any Sarahs that are watching or listening.
But I'm gonna be like, yeah, you need to cover that up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel some type of way about that. You can have like maybe when we got married, like the year we got married or something, like the date.
Okay.
And Roman numerals or something.
Okay.
The whole name situation, no.
Okay, what if they got like a lot of Roman numerals on their leg? You going to identify what date was that?
No. Why we got so many?
You just on the second one on the list of dates.
No. Would you like someone to like tag your name on them?
You wasn't supposed to switch the question on to me.
Nah, come on.
But if they were to tattoo their name on me, first off, I prefer initials. Don't put my full name on there because people gonna be like, why you got a nigga in your name? If they don't know you. My name is Ryan. But you know what I mean? That might look weird on a dude's person's name. They gonna be like, why you got a nigga named Ryan on your leg? That's what they gonna be thinking. So they could do it. Just not my first name. I would like my first name, but I understand as a male that they probably not gonna want to put my first name because people assume that my name is a dude's name. So I would do my initial or something like that.
Okay.
My initials, you know?
Yeah.
Or like their nickname for me or something that represents me, like a symbol that represents me. I wouldn't mind.
I don't know.
Like a sun, you know, or something like that represents
I'd
me.
rather like have something that's like a meaningful thing, but not like a name.
Yeah. So like a symbol like or something that represents something
like
between y'all two.
Exactly. Like, because I would like to also get it on me.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I would do that. I would do matching tag.
Yeah.
I already got a matching tag. The people I don't even mess with no more. Or they don't mess with me no more.
So I was like, but name? Baby. I ain't doing that.
Right?
I don't care what your name is, Albert. You know, whatever.
Albert.
DJ.
If you come, I'm sorry to the Albert, but if you said maybe introduce me to somebody named Albert for you better be. It's gonna be a little hard for me to keep a straight face.
Look,
to Albert.
I can't take nobody serious named Albert. I'm sorry, but anybody named Albert.
Do you know any Alberts?
Yes, I actually do. I know one.
Damn, why you know he don't watch the show?
Can't watch the show.
Okay. Sorry, Al.
Albert is just interesting. Like,
Albert's an interesting name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's missing like maybe just call yourself
Albertito.
Something.
Albertito.
No, that's grandpa.
Alberito. Burrito.
No, burrito.
I'm sorry, was that racist?
Actually, the Albert I know was black. Well, it's black.
The fuck? Okay.
Guy, so
Albert what? Thomas? I'm sorry.
No, I don't think I named his last name.
Okay. I don't know Albert Thomas. I just guessed. Look, once again, Ryan is feeling his wine. Okay, that was a good question. You gotta ask. Is that was the last question for this topic?
Let me see. Hold on. I was here searching. Yes. That was it for the question. Yes. So
well, you guys, you know, before we go into our Untamed Q&A, if you have any favorite like true crimes that you like to watch and all that, or just thoughts about any of these questions, feel free to share below. Yes. In the comments.
Okay, for our Untamed Q&A, do you think that if we had met in different circumstances or stages of our life, we would be best friends?
Why I gotta answer first?
Because I asked the question.
No. Okay, so I think we would. I think because we already have common interests. But I don't know. I don't know if we would have got to best friends though. Mm-hmm. It depends. Because right now with making friends as an older person, it doesn't commonly happen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of my closer friends that I have been through because we were in a process together. Mm. Like whether that be school, whether that be like sorority stuff, whether that be like work.
Yeah.
So maybe if I met you at work and we saw each other constantly, but I don't know any other circumstances where that would be the case. What about you?
I don't think we will be best friends. Yeah. I think we'll be friends.
Yeah, just friends. Yeah.
Yeah, like it'll be like, oh, she cool people and stuff, but I wouldn't say best friends. Yeah. Because it's hard. And I feel like depending on where you met your other people already. And
what stage of life. It depends on what stage of life we were in and stuff. The fact that we were at that stage of life where friends were important.
Correct. Yeah.
Friends are still important, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Even us, like, I think, like, getting back to this stage. I mean, I feel like it happened pretty quick, though.
Yeah, but we already had that foundation, though.
We did. But I didn't think it was going to be that quick like it was.
What made it so quick?
I think how we just were, and I think we were open to like hanging out as well.
Yeah.
I think like if we were a little bit more
like super busy, like I can't hang out. I can't. As busy as we are now, we probably would not have. With the lives that we're living right now to this day, it would have been hard with you, you know, in school and stuff, and me doing my stuff, like working late and stuff. It probably would have been harder if we were in this moment right now.
Correct.
But where we were 2 years ago, was it 2 years?
Yeah, it was like 2 years.
Dang, girl, yes, period. Yeah, it was easier because we had more free time.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
With our lives.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, this was good.
This was a good episode for all of our true crime fans out there. I have to be dramatic. But you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you love this episode. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
And, you know, just keep giving us support. And also share this podcast with other people. Don't be gatekeeping now.
For real. And also, like, drop some, like, true crime episodes or something.
She want to know. You want some ideas?
I want to know. Yeah, I need some other stuff to watch.
She needs some other stuff to watch while she in her shades.
Yes.
Period. Looking all cool for school. Why you didn't give me the memo to wear glasses?
I just put them on.
I'm just playing with you. I'm gonna.
They like what's it
I would have to put contacts on and everything, and we'd be looking at them. Oh yeah, we could do the Men in Black look.
Men in Black. What is it? What is the quote like? We gotta forget your memory.
Oh yeah, we're gonna forget your memory of this podcast. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. We hope you have an amazing week, and we will see you next time.
Besos.